Cooper, 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 Cooper. I have to use sign language with my dog. Hand movements like this and snapping the fingers because he's deaf. He can't hear. Okay, welcome everyone to Vet Tech on the Go. This is The Scoop with Coop. And today we're talking about how to adjust your pets or transition your pets into life when all this is over. I don't know when this is going to be over, but when it is over, we have to make sure we don't forget about these guys here, right? And gals. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Lena. I'm a licensed veterinary technician. I've been in the field for 17 years, licensed for 15 years. And I'm just here to talk about vet tech stuff, dog mom stuff. He's misbehaving. And my new business, Love and Care Pets, house called Vet Tech. Yeah, so I'm going to show you the ins and outs and give you guys cool tips and fun things to do with your pets. So the first way to transition your pet after quarantine is definitely making sure your pet has identification. So that's a collar, a tag that has the name, phone number, some way that someone can contact you if your pet happens to get out of the yard or out of the house. Another way is microchipping. Cooper is microchipped, and it's like a tiny little thing. It looks like a grain of rice, actually. And it goes underneath the skin. It gets injected underneath the skin, usually between their shoulder blades. And that's a great way to make sure your pet's identified, as long as you're registering your pet under your name and your information. That is key. Okay, great. But make sure the information is for you. So every animal hospital has a microchip scanner. So if someone says, hey, I found this cute little Cooper dog, he has a tag, or maybe the tag fell off, or I just had Cooper on it. So mistake number one, I didn't have my information on it. So it just says Cooper. So great. So we have a scanner. We can scan the dog and it'll have a microchip number. Every number is distinguishable for every microchip, therefore every pet. So we can look it up and see, okay, what company did this come from? And that company, we can contact them and they can let us know, like, okay, this pet belongs to Lena. Perfect. And then I can get contacted and be like, hey, we found your dog Cooper. He's at this and this place, this animal hospital, and then I can get my dog back. Yay. So that's why it's probably the most effective way, because again, sometimes collars can come off, tags can get lost, and at least with the microchip, it's in them, it ain't going anywhere. The number 2 way is training. Training is going to be key because a lot of you probably got puppies during quarantine. Okay, so all right, that's fine, great. You have a new furry friend, a new family member. That's awesome. But now we're home. We're there. They're getting used to us being there all the time. But this is not normal. This is the new normal, right, for us. But this is considered normal for them. So when we go back to work or we're leaving the house more, they are going to get confused, like, where did my people go, right? And what am I supposed to do? Doggy daycare while you're at work, that would be a great tip to do, because at doggy daycare, they can socialize with other dogs, they can socialize with other people, and they're still like having fun. And if you can't do doggy daycare during the week, I definitely recommend now getting a trainer to establish structure. And, we have to establish structure in the household and get them on a schedule. And so when you're changing their schedule, you're going to have to adjust the way you're doing things at home as well. So sometimes getting a trainer is very helpful and getting everybody on board. So having a trainer come, even if it's on the weekend, definitely recommend doing some research on trainers and doggy daycare. And the third tip is health, right? A lot of pets can get separation anxiety. They're freaking out when you leave the house because they're like, oh, are you going to come back? Right? They don't know, like, oh, I'm just going to go to work and come back. They have no idea. So that's one thing. Also look out for any behavioral changes for your for your older dogs in terms of them not eating as much as they used to. They can get down to and stressed out with you leaving. So look for these new behaviors that might start popping out. Don't ignore them. And if you start to notice these things, definitely reach out to your veterinarian and just let them know and be like, hey, I noticed Cooper is acting weird. He's very anxious. He's panting and crying all the time. I don't know what to do, right? Definitely reach out. And the veterinarian can either recommend a supplement. A trainer is another recommendation. And the last part of that is definitely making sure you're picking up any things around the house that they can get into, which you probably think now when you're home, they don't touch that. Oh, they don't care about this. Oh, I can leave this on the floor. They don't care. Well, when you leave, that might change because they're going to see, oh, well, I don't know what this is. I don't really care before, but I'm bored now. Let me play with this. And they might chew on it, eat it. And then that's a whole other adventure into emergency land. Okay. we don't want to do that. So just kind of pet proof your house, even with your older dogs. Go through and scan everything and be like, okay, let's not leave this on the floor. Clothes, socks. I've seen many surgeries with dogs that have eaten underwear and socks. Okay. So even though you might think, why would they want to eat this? Just make sure it's not on the floor. Just keep things out of their reach. Just keep their toys and their bed and their food and water. So hopefully that helps. Those are some 3 good ways to transition. So that's identification, number 1. Number 2 is training, doggy daycare, trainer. And number 3 is health. Look for new behaviors, pet proof your house, and just keep up with your pet's activity. Don't start to decrease it once you start going back to work. So, okay, I hope you enjoy. And that is The Scoop with Coop.